Did you click into any of it, Brad?
Yeah, man, I got us. I think we're around 115 is where I was feeling
play
it at.
just a skosh of that, and let me play with it and get my hand broke loose here. Let me get this up a little. You let me know if I get that click too loud. Vocal would start right there. Okay. All right. And I've got, since it's let's just run through it one time. It won't hurt a thing.
Yeah.
So you can see where the turns are. After your first chorus, there's going to be one round of this. And then the next verse.
Okay.
All right. And then after the second chorus, there'll be a full verse of a solo.
Okay.
And let me add a bar to the end of that solo because you'll need that. And then come back into your chorus.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll run through it one time just to give you a shade and make sure it's all right. All right?
Good.
And I mean, well, ain't no use to take it, but
Well, what you think?
yeah, won't hurt.
I'm gonna put us in the red no matter
It won't
what,
hurt
probably,
a thing.
Dave.
It don't cost a dime.
Yeah, I mean, All right, sir. Whenever y'all are ready.
Bring it on. And a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here's a vocal.
I've been on high top of the Appalachian Mountain. I got a little dog gonna give me all the love, rolling like a fountain. Throw out the shabby loving in the light. Fancy dinner, no trip to the cellar, keep your sweet lips on mine. Oh, break you in just one more
I'm
time.
sorry, I left you too long. Start your chorus again. 1, 2, 3. Hold the wine.
Hold the wine. Gonna break you in just one more time, one time. Honey, I'm coming, gonna make it tonight.
Turn around. Verse.
Jimmy, how do you take your
I'll tell you what,
coffee?
too. Why don't we leave a extra bar there?
Yeah. I think
After every time at the end of a verse and at the end of a turnaround or everything, we'll leave that extra bar just to give you a jumping off place. It'll
Yeah,
also give the instruments somewhere to light.
Okay.
So here's turnaround again. Solo. And that G run will point you into coming in with the vocal, that guitar thing. Hold the wine. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Honey, and then that'll be instrumental out. Because that's the last thing you sing, isn't it?
It is.
All right, I've got a bar I need to mark out right here. And I think we've got a plan. Let's do that last chorus just so I make sure I'm playing what you need there.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hold the wine.
I wanna break you in one more time, one time. Honey, I'm coming, gonna make you
to get out of there pretty quick. Let's see. Have you got one more of them lines in you? What's that last line, honey?
Honey, I'm coming, gonna hold you tight.
Honey, I'm coming, gonna hold you tight. Will it be too much breath to do it 3 times?
No.
Honey, I'm coming, hold you tight. Honey, I'm coming, gonna if you don't mind doing it 3, that really makes it final.
Yeah, okay.
Unless
I'll
there's,
throw another line in there and we'll.
yeah, in other words, when you get to that honey line, just at the last, just at the end of the song.
Okay.
Hold on.
Honey, I'm coming, gonna make you tonight. Honey, I'm coming, gonna hold you tight. Honey, we're buzzing and feeling alright.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
That says the song's ending here. If you get messed up, don't worry about it. You'll find it. And
Okay.
but that told me what I needed to know. And like at the end of the intro, there's an extra bar.
Yeah.
The end of the first verse, you're gonna feel that one. There's an extra bar. The end of the second verse is an extra bar. And the same thing at the end of the big solo there. We can do it, man.
Sir. We're good?
Think so.
All right. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah. This will be Gracie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't need you to sing now. I just want to make sure I had all of it down, but I do. All right, Bradley, let's try it.
You do want Zach to sing along?
No,
with
he
you?
don't have
Okay,
to
I got
now.
you. I
I've
hear
got
you.
his phrasing down in the charts right now, so you should be able to get it.
Alrighty, sir. Give me 1 second. All right, Dave. Whenever you're ready, sir.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do it one more time. Keep listening for Tony's kick drum.
I got you. Here we go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Last half of the tag. Let's see.
I ain't sure how to tell you where it is, Dave. Hold on.
Oh, it's I'll know it when the tag starts. There's 4 bars that are fine. It's just the last half of it. Yeah. In other words, it'll do that dun, da, 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 punch.
Fantastic, sir.
Got it by the leg. Let's do the mandolin before we do the bass.
Well, alrighty then.
Just for fun. Since this I'll get that backbeat. If I don't, I'll get ahead with the bass, sure as Dickens. Let's see what color of pick we're going to use on this now. Where's that shell feeling? Yeah. Sir.
I got a roll.
Oh, really?
Yes, but
Okay, brother.
I trust everything you're gonna put.
Well, I
I won't be
appreciate it.
tuning in from that.
So good to work with you,
Yeah, man, it was great seeing you.
and I hope we get to do it again.
Oh, we will.
All right, man. You be careful going back. All right. Let me get me a plan laid out here. Let's put fiddle right here.
Dave, the listening public want to know what you're doing right now. So you're making a game plan as to where you're going to play.
Yeah, in other words, the instruments that are going to be featured in the more prominently in the background of each section, so it doesn't just sound like the same thing going on all the time through the song. I'm laying out a road map, so the mandolin's going to know to play fills behind the vocal, the little answers after each vocal line or vocal phrase. The mandolin's going to do that in the first verse. Then it's going to be kind of the whole ensemble in the chorus because he's going to have some stacked harmony vocals that are going to be doing the holes there. And then I'm laying out the turnaround. We're going to let the fiddle do that because the banjo's probably going to kick it off. And we'll let the fiddle be featured in the turnaround. We're going to let the dobro come in for the second verse. That'll give it a little texture change, a little scene change. And the dobro will be playing some background licks behind the vocal in that second verse. Then we'll go back to the ensemble with the banjo rolling and everything for the chorus. Then there's this big long solo at the end. We need to split it up. So we'll probably let the banjo do the last half of it because that's real big and dynamic, and that's going to send us into our last chorus. The first half of it, has the mandolin actually played a lead? No, let's let the mandolin play a lead right there. So the mandolin will play the first half of the big solo, banjo will be the second half. And then everybody will join in on the last chorus.
Nice.
And the outro will end with the banjo like we did at the front of the song because there's no singing there. It's just kind of a return to the theme, return to the intro feel.
Right.
And with each layer of this that we put down, these things will become more evident as they stand out. Other instruments will back up a little bit, and the featured instrument will come in where his vocal will be. The trick is to know the song well enough to dodge his vocal so that our lead licks don't just cover him up.
Exactly.
And
Which is what you
give
would
it a
do
shot.
if you had a 5-piece bluegrass band standing in here. That's what you'd.
That's what
you'd be
you
shooting
try
for.
to get them to do.
Yeah, that's what you'd be shooting for.
And the real conscientious ones will work at doing that.
Right.
And sometimes, everybody gets excited and they want to do everything all at the same time. I'm one of them if we really get into a song. But it helps when you kind of split it up a little.
Yes, sir.
Makes the song breathe. All right.
Here we go from the top.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's a little ahead. Let's do that again. Let me simmer down a little. Okay.
Alrighty, sir.
All righty.
One more again.
Yeah, one more again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let's do let me do the intro and the first verse one more time, please. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And one other thing, let's do the first half of that big solo down there at the end where the mandolin played the lead. I had a tuning issue. All right.
I missed the pickup there. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Nah. I'm still trying to lead it a little. Thank you so much. Let's do a bass. What I got to do is make sure with that chord pattern being so close to Fox on the Run that we keep that melody away from it.
Right, I know.
Good when you are.
Here we go.
A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Couple bars back.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Let's do a banjo. All my folks says a banjo.
That ain't what it is.
I had a buddy.
That ain't how you spell it.
I got a buddy down in State Road, North Carolina, Rick Purdue. He's a real good banjo player, and we've recorded a lot together over the years. And he cut one time. He just needed something cheap, to put on the record table to go with the other stuff they had. Me and him cut about 10 old fiddle and banjo tunes, did it in about 3 or 4 hours. He called it Rick's Banjo Tape, Banjer.
That's perfect.
I thought it was great. It was back during the days of cassettes. Rick's Banjo Tape.
Well, I've lived long enough to see the LP vinyl go away completely. I've lived to see the cassette tape go away pretty much completely.
Exactly.
And the next one on the list is pretty much a CD. They're there, but it's pretty much obsolete.
It is.
But now you're going all the way full circle, and vinyl's a thing again.
Well, stop and think about it. They're trying to sell drives, and I don't know how well they're selling. I guess they're selling some because cars have that insert. It's like that rental van I've got out there. There's no. The only media in it is what I can pick up on the radio or my phone or subscribe to. But to have a nice piece of product in your hand, even if it eventually wears out, of course, I've got some records that are 100 years old and they ain't wore out yet on the crank up Victrola. But to have a nice piece of product in your hand with the group's picture on it or a solo artist, and have a write-up about them that you can get out and look at.
And that's one thing that I think is coming back a little bit more than it was for a while, Dave, is album credits.
Album credits.
There's a big push for players to get credit for records nowadays.
Right. Players that play sessions, and a lot of the live players, it's I tell you what's terrible is we have to go to foreign websites. I go to a website out of Belgium to see album credits for stuff that was done back in the late 50s and early 60s here in the United States.
What site is that?
There's no archive of that stuff here for a long time.
Do you know what website that is?
Prague Frank, Prague Frank, like the guy's name, Frank. Prague Frank. It's one of those.
.com?
Huh? I think so. I stumbled on it by accident, and I live over there now. There were no album credits back when my country artist buddies were. When all those guys were recording back in the '60s. You never saw much in the way of album credits or anything. Who played on what sessions, you had to get it by word of mouth. But you see, all that existed in union logs. I don't know why they wanted to keep it a secret. We were always so happy as musicians to find some book or an account, of who played on what session and when. That Prague Frank thing has got what time of day it was cut and what building it was cut in. It's just amazing to me that a foreign site, somebody would go to the trouble to do that overseas, and the people that ought to be preserving it are the people here.
Right.
Now, I've always been, I'm not much of a California guy and Berkeley and all that. But I'll say this, Berkeley, the university out there, has got one of the best recording archives of early stuff, particularly 78 RPM records, that I've ever seen. And I'm trying to remember what it is. DAHR, I believe, is the abbreviation for it. something of historical recordings, whatever that is. I've been researching stuff for the book, and I've been doing it at that site. Let me play with the track just a shade. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
That feels good. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now one more time. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's get the chorus. Somewhere after the chorus starts, you can get me in. Those three phrases at the end of that thing, let me get the third one. It'll do that thing 3 times, and if I can get that third one. Yeah, that was the one. Maybe back up just a shade. We'll hear it come off the 4.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Let's put a little fiddle. Or I tell you, let's do the dobro first. All we need it in is the second verse, really. It just needs a little relief down there. Did you ever read or see the movie or the book, The Wrecking Crew?
Oh yeah.
I bought that book when it first came out. I was familiar with a little of it, but not much. I just knew how much Hal Blaine and some of those guys had done, but I had not a clue the scope of it. Tony and those guys knew more about it than I did. And I bought that book and read it till about wore the covers off.
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
Some of that stuff's been written about in Nashville, but that stuff needs to be preserved.
I know. That's. I
Because
don't
there
know.
was a relatively few people that played on 90% of the hit
Yep,
recordings
you're right.
that we all heard.
Right. It's very similar to the Muscle Shoals and the Motown thing,
Same
you know.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Handful of folks made a whole lot of music. All right, this will be the second verse. One more time. I keep forgetting there's no extra bar there. One more.
Dave, I want to make sure that's showing up in channel 9.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right, let's do a little bit of fiddle and we should be there. Give me a pass of the fiddle because I'll pad some in the chorus. Let me get just a little more stick 'em here. Okay. See if I can get a little further out of tune.
Ha!
All right. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's get that solo one more time. Still need one more. We're just about there. Got to get the shuffle down. well, I'm sorry. Let's get the whole last chorus.
Pickup going into that, right?
Yeah. I'd be
Okay,
fine.
here we go. Yes, sir.
All righty.
That sounds fantastic, Dave.
Let me come check just a skosh of that. I want to hear how that mic's translating.
Okay. Come on in.
A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.